Because you literally did that to everyone. Because the facts are is that I never had an encounter that was negative with Anita or Jessica, Como, Waylon Blocker's mother. Who else, Jay?
Julia.
Julia, Tina. Who did Waylon say?
Jessica.
We already got that one. Jessica. I never had any negative encounters with these people until, oh, Frank at the races, until Chris was telling me, oh, she said that your son is weird. Oh, you're weird. And I'm like, well, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I don't even talk to those people. Those people don't even know who I am. I wasn't even really raised here. At 13, I moved away to Guam and I was there until I became an adult. And, or at 18. And I just didn't understand where all these people were knowing that I'm a piece of shit mother druggy mother who had her children taken away. And that's not what happened. But that's what Maria was telling people. Even though I was her son's girlfriend and now going to be her grandchild's mother, she tried so hard to make her son's life miserable. And it was hard to see. She broke him down piece by piece, and I did not help at all either because I was angry that we were so happy and he could allow her in his mind and in his feelings to get so down and just so angry and so up and down. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? I mean, yeah, my parents hurt me too about a lot of things, some serious things. But I don't let it control how I'm going to treat somebody and how I'm going to be towards somebody. That depends on if that person is going to accept my love and me being nice and they give me niceness back. I mean, you don't have to be super nice to me, but at least don't treat me like a piece of shit. Because if you do that, I'm only human and I will only take that a certain amount of time and I will ask you to please stop. I will ask that several times and I have that much control that I will please stop talking to me like that. Please stop before I completely say stop effing talk to me like that, and the look in my face is enough. I mean, I literally scare them with the look in my face when I say that because that's all I need to say. And I'm the problem. But yet you have sat there and antagonized me. You have hurt my child over and over, and I sit there quietly thinking, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to take your bullshit excuse over and over again, and my husband's going to sit there and let you lie and not say, but if you do love him, then how come you don't treat him? And it's not jealousy. I want you all to understand this very clearly. I am not a jealous person. Okay? Do I not want to be disrespected? Absolutely. Do I um, not want my child to have his feelings hurt? Absolutely. I'm a very fair woman. And she was very unfair in the way that she treated my son. He had absolutely nothing to do with me. Jay had nothing to do with me. But I guess she was so angry that he did not listen by not being with me, she really went too far. And she went so far that if you are not a Maria lover blinded by her bullshit, you will be able to see the facts, the documentation of Max, the video, listen to how we feel. My children were in tears seeing this happen. Literally. Max was healthy when we went to Washington. I feel like I have the video that I sentenced Max to death when I sat there. And what you all don't know is uh, Maria the Miserable was about 5 feet away from me and to the right, listening to this video. And I believe that this video was Max's death sentence, because I was just like laughing at my brother too, because he thought Max was going to die, but we made sure Max did not die when he was a baby. His little tongue was hanging out and everything. Max would push open our door with his nose and mouth, and he would get the door open of Jay's single wide trailer, and he would come inside. He would go literally to the pantry department, and he would pull out his oatmeal cookies, and he would eat himself by himself without us having to get it. He was just the cutest little thing. And he became, I mean, I'm not kidding you, my brother bred this line of bulls for over 30 years. And Maximus was the prettiest, the most magnificent. I mean, he was literally majestic. He was so beautiful. When he was at his full potential, before she started poisoning him in that short amount of time, he was just so remarkable. And we come back from Washington, and I thank God when we did, because Max only had a few days, if that. I believe Max was already on his way out, because Jay has been here 37 years, and I've been here for about 8, 9 years, and I have only seen one vulture around this property at a time. And when Max, I was like, Jay, he's going to die. Jay, he's going to die if we don't put him and help him. And Jay was like, oh my God, do you know what this will do? She will go nutty. And I'm like, Jay, he's going to die. He's ours. You have to stand up and stop allowing her to hurt your son. Stop allowing her to manipulate how you feel, and be able to express and communicate the things that she's hurting you with, instead of blowing up and causing these horrible things. Uh, and it's all because he can't say, hey, you're hurting me. Look what you're doing to my son. Why? What have I done? Jay was an awesome son. Jay would go work 9 hours, come home. I would be cooking dinner. He would come home. He would spend an hour unloading his parents' tractors and greasing them up for them for the next day. Jay was an awesome son. He never, ever deserved what this woman and her jealousy and uh, manipulation and hate created. And if you look in the Bible will tell you how deceitful our heart is if we are not careful and guard it. We have to be constantly cautious, because evil and the devil is like a praying wolf. They never get tired. So every time you are weak or you get angry that this person might have done this or might have looked at your husband a certain way or what tried to do it better than you by cleaning your house for you, whatever the crazy case may be, you're able to just be like, oh, okay, you know? Um, I am tired of people who don't know the facts are able to say, oh, it must be her. It must be her. Because if you choose a side before you know the facts, I am going to be um, inquisitive of your answers, how you got them, and why you think you can judge me on things you don't have no facts about. And when I do that, it makes people instantly feel very uncomfortable. And again, they start yelling. And I'm like, why are you yelling at me? This just happened the other day. Um, the last friend that Jay had, I called him and I said, Chaz, please, can you please help us? Because I need someone that can mediate a conversation so that we can get somewhere, like when Jay's father came to Washington and we were able to mediate and we really got somewhere. It was like amazing. He was a different man away from his wife. He actually thought for himself instead of every single thing that she made him do and say to his son and I. I have a text message also where Mr. Brad, and I think this is one of the things that sent Maria completely over the edge, is Mr. Brad sent me a message saying that he thinks I'm doing a good job. And I know I'm doing a great job. My therapist said so. Neve's therapist said so. Waylon's therapist said so. My caseworker said, wow, you're managing all this stress really and all these severe problems really good. And I'm tired of the ignorant people who say, oh, you must be manifesting all this bullshit. I am not manifesting anything. And like I said, do your facts before you run your mouth and talk such disgusting things about people, Chaz. Because you had absolutely no right to tell me what a worthless mother I am and that I must be a piece of shit. I must be a drug addict. My son is going to turn out a piece of shit drug addict because of the things that Jay and I are doing, because Jay is struggling and he don't know what to do because all he knew was that property. She keeps Brad, excuse me. She keeps Brad and Jay up there like little toys. It's very funny that Mr. Brad and Chris had perfectly working phone lines with Cricket. Cricket is the only service that gets like 100% service in all the places out there. Okay, very few places can you not get service. Very few, but all over her property and all over Hamul, you can get great service because Jay and I have Cricket and have had it for the whole 10 years that we have been together. And so did Chris, and so did Brad. But Maria decided to put Mr. Brad on a phone plan that if you cancel, it costs $2,000. And it just so happens that on this phone plan that she changed him to, you cannot get absolutely no service. His phone barely works. And it's so hilarious how naive she keeps him. Because he's like, God, this phone, and we can't even change it because she has this contract and, I just don't know what to do about it. And me and Jay are like looking at each other and we're just like, and Jay says, Dad, you can take your phone back to Cricket and they actually pay off, like they cancel out your contract fees that you have to pay if you cancel on a phone contract, just so that you connect with their service. And he was like astonished. Guess what? Do you think that Maria did that so that people can get a hold of her husband? Absolutely not. when Jay was falling